Hello, 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 and welcome to this Final Boss Fight live stream of D&D. My name is John, and I am joined by Jeff.
No, you're not.
No, you're
No,
not.
you're not. He's first on the thing. He's right
He
here.
hasn't finished his hair, John.
Yes,
Don't read what's on
the
the
rising, John.
John can't help but read what's on the teleprompter.
He
can't help it.
He's
He
right
just
here.
has to
He's
go
at the
over.
top of the list.
Well, he's not here in the top of the call.
No, unfortunately not. I'm also joined by Sean.
Hello.
By Tanny.
Hola.
By Amy.
I'm not dressed yet.
It's that type of scene. By Richard.
Hello.
And by Sean.
I'm just adjusting my powdered wig.
I'm curious as to see what type of scene this is gonna be now.
Is that IRL or is that carrying?
IRL.
Okay.
Coward didn't wear a powdered wig.
Yeah, I was going to say, it didn't seem like...
I've already got my lead-based white makeup on.
Yeah.
We also have Flagelkroffel in the chat, and Lullaby Law says hello, 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 hello.
Heyo.
And also Boob Window.
Sure.
So there we go.
Is that the window that John sat in on the stream? Or?
Today, children
That's
will
the
look through
only
the
window.
boob window.
Is that has that been said to the tune of "Move Closer"? Ooh, window.
I believe it was. Oh, yes, it was Amy's character when we played at the cabins that one time.
Oh.
And to the tune of Goldfinger, apparently.
Yeah, I was thinking Goldfinger. That's the,
I was thinking
Just
Move
tune.
Closer. Move Closer is a tune. There you go.
That's Amy's name for law now is Boob Window. So that's just the way it is now.
Boob window.
Meanwhile,
oh, sorry, we were playing those characters. Okay, I just quickly dust Skalgalok off.
let's get down to business because apparently there are
defeat
hunts to defeat, I guess. Last time you arrived at Caer Dinevel. You entered the care of Caer Dinevel, it being the last remaining building within the village. And you fought with a number of demonic cultists, or demons and cultists, and devils, and all sorts of fiends.
I'm pretty sure they were devils, not demons.
One of them was a demon.
One of them was, but there, by the way.
But upon managing to free Valome from his infernal contract, Valome and Brim have headed off back down towards Neverwinter and Waterdeep to confront the cult head on. And so Brim has left your company for the moment, leaving the party to pick up the pieces. Tanny, before we get started with the game tonight,
Rude.
could I just ask you to roll... I'm going to start with 1d20.
Oh shit, I didn't do my D100. Fuck.
12. But also we'll do my D100 real quick. 75.
Could you roll me a second d20?
Okay.
Because I didn't like that one.
17.
That first one sucked.
Could you roll me a third d20?
Oh, God.
Damn it, John.
Could you
Four.
roll me a fourth d20?
I'm
Is this
concerned.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Is this I'm sorry, is this going to be the entire stream, John? Because I
Yes,
can get my
it's-
Switch out and start playing this.
It's entirely just going to be Tanny rolling d20s all night.
Fun.
What the fuck have I done?
I'm afraid.
Of spiders.
I'm just afraid of spiders. Yeah, I mean that's a true fact. I'm afraid to say that Tim, the damaged shield guardian, did not survive being knocked unconscious.
Oh, right, back to the stream.
Yeah, bye guys. What's the point?
With Brim leaving, I could deal with Tim. This is too much.
Unfortunately, both Tim and Brim have left the party, one in a more permanent fashion than the other might be.
And also, am I still under the effects of, like, I am
You are at
nothing
the
but feeling
moment.
sad right now?
Before the group has a rest, is there anything the group would like to... Anyone in the group wish to interact with anyone else in the group?
I will go to the group, because I'm assuming because it's not until after a long rest, I'm currently feeling nothing but sadness, right?
Correct.
So I go up to the group, never seen Cherish as before, but absolutely just sobbing her heart out.
Oh.
And just goes, I can't fix Tim. Tim's gone.
Wow, you seem very amused by that.
Moss is going to give you a big hug.
I can't fix
This is why we shouldn't be careful. We should be careful about naming the things that come along with us. It imbues them with a sense of personhood to us, not to them.
I just don't know what to do.
Well,
I don't feel the sadness. What'd you say?
Do we bury them? Is that something that they do for them? Like,
I don't know.
Or salvage them for parts.
I mean, I'd quite like to, if we're going to salvage him for parts, I'd quite like some of the parts if possible.
Cherish, think of it this way. A part of him will always be with us.
Excuse me.
Why did he leave?
See, AJ never got attached to him, so he's just completely disconnected.
I named Tim. I'm not that bothered. He wasn't really alive.
Why are you criticizing us about naming him when you named him?
Well, because everyone said he had to have a name, and you guys all wanted to give him a silly name, and I gave him a proper name. So I suppose, yes, that's on me.
Yeah, it is. If you gave him a silly name, we wouldn't have been attached to him.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I mean, the problem was that, he has a wife called Kim, and he has 2 children, Zim
TJ.
and Tim, and that's the real victims here.
we're gonna have to write his family. Oh no.
Bye.
Do we send them do we send them something in this case, or like a
Flower?
ham or something? I seem to remember something like sending bereaved families a ham.
Yeah, glazed ham.
But maybe they prefer something different though, because they're like constructs. Maybe they prefer some oil, or maybe some like weatherproof paint or something. I don't know.
Yeah. A glazed girder.
Like a girder or something. I might like that. Anyone know we can get a girder for?
Not
Him?
really.
Now Cherish is just loudly crying about random things, and you guys just don't know.
I just imagining her sitting, cradling Tim's head.
No, she started talking about random things, and she's like, I feel so sad for snakes. They don't have any arms. They can't hide.
One time I saw a squirrel and it couldn't find its nut.
You guys don't know the fact is that she's just randomly crying like there's something not right.
Do we know why Cherish is so upset? Like, because of the spell or effect?
What?
Yeah, do any of us know why Cherish is quite so sad? Do we recognise it?
Some of you did also get affected by the emotion overload of Valone.
Wasn't there like AJ or two?
I think AJ is currently feeling anger.
Why am I feeling anger?
Nothing
Got
but
affected
anger.
by Valome's emotion wibbles.
Oh, yes! Yes, I am feeling perturbed. AJ just in the corner, just, get over it.
Saying everything through gritted beak.
Yeah.
I want to
Stuff
grind
on
your feet.
paper eyebrows to get the extra like cranky face.
Also, for the
Oh my
sake
God.
of pointing it out and reminding the group of this information, because it has been a while since you were here,
It has been.
this door and wall around said door recently got expanded by Valome pushing their way through it. And the trail of destruction sort of leads back through this room.
That seems like a good first port of call.
Should do that thing. Gives tops the table. You know, these tables got smashed to pieces, didn't they? So
The tables are pretty much gone at this
just
point.
Carrion looking around this room for the first time because he didn't set foot in here throughout the entire fight.
Yeah. Oh. Interesting place.
A bit of a mess in here.
There's just sort of splinters and some foodstuffs lining the floor.
Just kind of kicks his way through the food stuff and broken tables. Quick peek in here, I suppose. Peek.
This room.
Would have wanted to say goodbye to Brim, because I never got the chance to, so I'm just going to say I did that.
Okay.
Bye.
Goodbye.
This mostly
Good
appears to be a well-appointed sitting room. Comfortable furnishing and a space for a fire. The trail of destruction leads through from here.
That's lovely. Suppose just peek my head in here. Just a peek.
There's another fireplace because it's a cold place.
It's a bit chilly.
Where
isn't a cold place at this point?
Yeah. What appears to be a desk and paperwork lay in sort of this corner of the room.
Ooh, bureaucracy.
And the trail of destruction continues through this tiny passage into the neighboring turret tower thing.
I shall come back to the bureaucracy.
Well, I'll handle the bureaucracy. You can handle the danger. The danger.
I feel this should be the other way around.
I agree. I was going to do that, but then you rushed over to, and I didn't want to, dampen your enthusiasm.
Jesus Christ.
Fine. So I will go through the dangerous little passage and see what is there.
Have a little creepy creep.
Moss, look, bureaucracy.
Papers. There's no pictures though.
This is a document about the taxes in the area.
It is a lot of boring paperwork about the running of the town.
if I don't see anything,
Axes.
if I don't see anything of an arcane bent in any of them by just like flipping through, I'm forgetting them.
It looks very obvious that for the last couple of weeks there's no new paperwork. It looks for maybe a month and a half, the speaker has done nothing here.
That's very lazy of him.
It does, like, the fire looks like it's been kept up. But it doesn't look like any new paperwork was done. And then at some point recently, the desk has been just sort of flung into the corner of the room and shattered against the far wall.
Oh well, nothing arcane here.
Oh shit, where did you all go?
The left door.
I'm too busy being angry.
We came up here.
I'm here. Sorry, I apologize. I didn't mean to snap.
You okay? You very angry with me.
I'm alright. I'm not angry.
You just shouted and stuff.
I spoke with emphasis.
Sure, it's very.
I think it's important that you own up to your genuine feelings, AJ, and not just.
Hey! I did not shout. I projected.
It very much sounds like you're still doing the same thing.
Project before, and that was a shout you just did.
Learn your theatre terms.
You now you're saying I don't know.
We're not in the theatre.
I'm not angry. Ow! Just slaps the wall.
Now you're.
Yeah, and then in the dissing, you just hear like Cherish just start sniffling like a little in the background.
Why does everyone have to yell?
What have I walked in on?
Family drama.
Family drama, as always.
Dax.
The effects of Valome still kicking about. Got angry AJ and very, very upset Cherish.
So, business as usual?
Yeah.
Dax, as you enter the tower, you can see 6 wooden cots with fur and footlockers. In the middle of the room is a brazier with dying embers of of coal in it that isn't doing a lot at the moment to keep the room warm. A wooden staircase hugs the outer wall and ascends to the second floor. Gusts of wind enter the tower through the arrow slits up above. And in the corner of the room here, a trap door lies open and scratch marks pull their way out of it.
So we think that's where the loam came from.
It seems most likely.
What's this business here? Is it the arrow slits, or is it,
that's just the wall.
The
It's a curved wall, and my walls do not, unfortunately, have curves in them. So I have to do my best.
No, going forward. You go forward.
Could I poke through the embers of this brazier with a sword, just to see if anything's been burned here or anything? Because it sounds like you're saying it doesn't seem to be doing much. Like maybe it wasn't about heating or burning.
You poke through, the embers flare up a little bit, but you don't see any evidence that anything was destroyed here.
Then I'll check the...
Just that maybe nobody's topped it up before you came.
Okay.
How dare they?
And I'll check these footlockers as well, DM.
You can get through maybe 2 before the rest of the group catches up with you. They're just sort of filled with regular cultists' clothing and personal items, outfits to wear both for cult activities and casual wear.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it casual cult robes and formal cult robes and
the formal cult robes, the casual Friday outfit,
and the sleeping cult robes.
Yeah, the
they're all completely
pajamas
identical.
with the embroidered cult logo on them.
Slightly different shades of black.
You can see that the outfits, the insignias match with the cult of the Black Sword, is it? The cult of Levistus outfits are here.
Levistus?
Yes, falls down the tunnel.
Is it worth taking some of these for disguise purposes, or?
Might not be a bad shout.
I'll tell you what, it's a good job Kiri got out of this game as soon as he did, because fuck me, does he have bad history of Levistus?
Oh, hang on. Wait with me.
Yeah, Moss is going to take a robe that looks like it would fit her.
Yes, sorry, the Knights of the Black Sword.
Oh, okay.
Oh no. Of course.
I'll grab a robe just so I've got one.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna full disguise.
We don't need to right now, but just we've killed a bunch of people here, so
Cherish will grab one and kind of stare at it for a moment.
Start crying.
That too, but also, like, at one point you do see it go quiet for a bit.
Cherish, what's that?
It's just weird seeing this stuff and then knowing about my mother.
Oh, right.
Because potentially she might be part of this.
Oh.
Well, if we were to all die now and someone found our stuff, they'd probably think we were part of, this cult.
Yeah, but this was in
Maybe-
her wardrobe, and she's not dead.
Which probably was then.
And then we've got a trapdoor here, everyone, and some stairs going up. I assume it was going up.
Is everyone taking a robe, or just you two? Okay.
I'm taking one of the casual Friday robes.
That's pink.
It's got a little
All
bit
right,
of a floral pattern to it.
I'll tell you what. If everyone's taking a robe, I am going to cast Disguise Self.
We're not putting them on right now.
I know, but
believe-
just in case, because it lasts for an hour, I will cast Disguise Self, because having this little bird wear a fucking robe is going to look weird.
It's going to be very conspicuous.
Yeah, but
I'm still don't discriminate against Aarakocra.
I mean, they might. How would we know?
just in case, it's just like seeing the situation, AJ will just do a very heavy.
There might be just an all-human, and they're probably racist.
Wow, that's what I look like. Damn, I look fit. No, genuinely, I'll cast Disguise Self. Like AJ does a very frustrated sigh, and it's like how you see it is they put their talon to their face and just sort of like lift it, and you see them change into a very familiar-looking drow.
Oh no.
Hi.
This doesn't perhaps seem like the healthiest disguise, psychologically speaking.
I'm very pissed off, okay? Not in exactly a creative mind at the minute. Just snatches the robe.
Okay.
There's a
There you
couple of
go.
sniffle.
Whoa. shuffles towards the trapdoor.
You never know. This could be good exposure therapy.
Okay, why can't the camera see AJ?
Imagine exposure therapy would be like you going into the sun again.
Whoa. Well, that can be on the next tier. I'm not ready for that yet.
There we go.
The final level's beach day, right?
Oh no!
The trapdoor hangs open, wedged at an... sorry, hit the microphone. The trapdoor lies wedged open at an angle that the hinges were not designed to bend back to. You can see most of a wooden ladder drops into the darkness below. There's a few rungs that have been damaged, but there's enough ladder there that you can climb down.
I'm just going to lean over and just say... and listen out if there's a reply.
You hear the strange, infernal echo of your own voice against the stone, and no response.
No one responded.
That's good, I think.
Can we cast light on something and throw like thing down there, see if we can see better?
Does anyone have light?
How deep did you say the ladder went down, John?
It goes...
How deep is your love? It's about that deep.
I can
12
make a
feet.
light.
12 feet, okay.
Oh, so it's not that.
I thought it was going to be one of those, like, off into the darkness.
If you want a light, I can make a light.
No.
You don't want a light? Okay. Puts thing away for making light.
I like to picture it's got like a little fuse on it that's just like hissing. You like pinch it off as you put it away.
With a sad, dejected expression on my face.
Oh.
I can go down there. They stepped back out if something attacks.
Well, if you want
For
to.
first step, you have to be able to see where you're going.
Yeah, that you can see. So as long as I stay at the bottom of the ladder, I can see the top of the ladder.
Okay.
Being my theory, assuming John reckons that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Okay. Yeah, I'll...
Move yourself onto the trapdoor.
Does it work?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Don't go
Camera's
into
not
that
too
trap
happy
door.
about it, but...
No, it's not.
The wooden ladder
I-
clings to the west wall, descends 12 feet to a hall made of mortared stone that is lit by 4 spluttering torches. Extending from the east end of the hall is a water-filled cistern with a small rowboat tied off at the water's edge.
There's no sign of people down here.
Not from what you can see at the moment.
She'll wander back over to the ladder, pop her head up and be like, it seems quiet. And pop back down.
You had to pop up and down. The camera got real sad about it.
You just
Yes, I did. John, yes, I did.
Are we going down here quickly to investigate?
I'd assume.
There's a boat and water and a room that I've not been in.
That's
got no
terrifying.
door, but
Ooh, a room.
Oh, jeez. Oh, there is a boat. That's nice.
Look, a boat. Look, a boat. Does the boat make you happy?
Gives you a very droll look.
Does the boat make you not angry anymore?
I am impartial to the boat.
does the boat feel about the matter?
Watching your lips move is really weird.
Noggin in here. John, is there anything in here?
This room is empty except for 4 sheet-wrapped bodies laying side by side on the floor.
That's very dark.
Just gonna back out.
It's also not empty.
There's dead people in there before, and they're wrapped up. And
Let's have a look.
No.
No.
Carrying you in there very quickly. Dead bodies. It was just.
Carry
Going to.
It's like pulling.
Yes, John, yes, John, yes, John, yes.
laid side by side with some care are the bodies of 3 humans and a halfling.
Males, females, others.
Yes.
That's a question.
They're 1 female and the rest are male. It's
Are they like wearing anything that would like distinguish who they might be? Like I know we're looking for possibly town. Like, weren't the people who were sent here essentially Bryn Shandar guards? Were they?
sorry, the one of the humans is female. They all appear to be wearing similar robes to the ones that you have borrowed from upstairs.
No, they're cultists.
Well, how did they die?
I will investigate to see if I can see how they died.
Roll me a medicine check.
Medicine. Not great at medicine, but we'll have a look. 14.
Not bad.
Okay. They all have wounds consistent with having been in a fight. They all appear to have they've been killed by sword or dagger or axe.
Slashing, stabbing, etc.
Stabbing, bludgeoning. You also note that while it is cold, and they are cold bodies, they are not frozen solid anymore. You know that the members of the Knights of the Black Sword, as part of their infernal pact, their corpses freeze solid for a period of time after death. It would appear that these bodies have been dead for long enough that they are no longer frozen corpses. Merely just cold ones.
But still have their wound? I would have thought they'd heal with their little frozen cocoon shit.
It just freezes them, it does not heal them.
If I remember rightly, there was a fight in the courtyard up there between these guys and the other group who we've already encountered here as well. Is that right?
That does appear to be correct, yes.
Mm-hmm. So presumably the people who put these bodies here were the other guys who won.
What you note is the ones that were up in the courtyard are still frozen solid.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So they died more recently than the ones upstairs.
Yeah.
It's like Agatha Christie, this.
Strange. I feel like
Oh, here you go.
I was going to say, I feel like Cherish is staying out of the room because it's just going to make them cry some more.
Yep.
I'd like to try and just rummage through if they've got any belongings on them or anything, like to see if they've got like a note saying, "Oh no, I'm gonna die, why," etc. I don't know. Anything that might explain why they died earlier? Probably not, but you never know.
You don't see anything.
I moment to write it all out.
Nothing pertinent.
No, nothing pertinent. You could loot a small amount of coin if you wished, but
if it's small, there's no real point.
Should I have a look at this boat? Yeah, most
I
likely.
leave them be.
it's a small rowboat.
Doesn't have anything in it apart from oars?
Dot.
Stone steps. I'm going to read the information about this place now that you've got to hear, because there's information.
Yeah.
Stone steps descend into the icy water that partially floods this 20-foot wide arched tunnel that continues eastward into darkness. The roof arches are 12 feet above the water, which is, from your estimate, about 8 feet deep. The rowboat, tethered to the water's edge, looks safe to use.
Definitely cursed.
Definitely a mimic. Oh,
I'm calling it out of character. 100% cursed.
Dax, you're perceptive. You're perceptive.
I am.
Very perceptive.
Clever too.
You're perceptive. You can see the swollen, half-frozen bodies of 12 humanoids, 6 humans and 6 dwarves in total, bobbing in the water, weighed down by their chain shirts.
Cherish, don't look this way, okay? And I shall point this out to everyone and say, these might be the guards.
Oh. Great.
Perhaps we shouldn't assume and could actually have a look.
There's doorways down here, right? I think there's one here that I can just see the edge of.
There do
Maybe.
appear to be doorways branching off of this
and
here
maybe
and
one
around
here.
here.
I know there's one at the end because I see a door symbol.
That's cheating.
Pyrex is kind above it.
Hell,
Balloon
I can see 60 feet. Apparently, that's within my view. No, apparently it's not. It's just very well lit in here. Apparently,
It's apparently quite well lit in here. It's one of the misfortunes of it. I have not yet had a chance to play with the new regions system yet, which allows me to have bits of the map in darkness and bits of the map in full light.
John,
Hello.
how many people could fit in a boat at once?
The boat of that size will hold 2 people.
Okay.
2 of us can fly already.
Yeah.
2 can fly at the moment. 1 will look very weird flying. Looks to Age.
What,
You
you've
could
never
like
seen a
flap their
drow
arms.
flap their arms and start flying?
Okay, I kind of want to see that.
Mhm.
I assumed you changed and that meant that you couldn't fly anymore.
I believe what he uses just magic. It's like illusion, so it's just like
Yeah.
tries to poke AJ on the nose.
Sorry, mouthful. Oh, damn. Tries to poke it and you just hit a beak still.
Yeah.
Yeah, a beak we can't see.
I don't
like
know whether you'd hit the beak before you get to the nose or after you go through it, but it's
I
one
think
of those
before. Just like squints at you.
two. Bonk.
Do they have a really, really pronounced nose, like really, really big?
No.
Pointed?
Yeah, like he's just painted himself like a drow over his existing bird feet.
They've
Wait,
just,
wait, wait.
Skin.
they've just put like the drow skin over the top of the Aarakocra. It's stretched and not quite working right.
A little bit see-through in places.
That doesn't affect the disguise self, does it? That's still going, or is this like now dropping it because the illusion's been shattered?
No, absolutely not. Do you mind?
I just explained how illusion works because the moss was confused.
Okay. Just tries to force a smile.
I haven't seen it before. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry if I upset you more. I didn't mean to.
No. It's fine. It's quite an easy spell to pick up.
Carrion being like frightened or nervous around AJ is one of the saddest, most tragic things I've ever come across.
Because AJ's angry at him and he doesn't know why.
Yeah, it's always really.
I'm not right for the last time. I'm not.
It's like when you shout and a puppy gets confused.
I'm not angry, but bloody hell, do you pointing that out just makes me a tiny bit frustrated.
Does it make you angry?
Right, stop. I'm not.
I'm so yelly full.
We are having a nice family outing. If you want me to change the disguise, I can.
No, it's fine.
Let's go.
Well, Snicker's
just
apparently
starts
getting
crying.
in the boat.
Sticker just doesn't give a fuck. Fine. Let's squeeze in the boat.
Only 2 people can get in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
well. Who wants to get in?
The
We stick it.
conversation about flying came up.
Oh, yeah, I can technically still fly. Okay, whee!
You watch
I'm a
as
floating drow.
you watch as the drow starts flapping his arms up and down.
It's like fucking Mario.
And the drow just takes off and is flapping like a bird.
She's like a bird.
So that's how it looks. Huh. Okay. Maybe Cherish, you go just in case there's something, you know.
Okay. She gets in.
Technically, because Snicket is small, could another person fit in the boat still?
Sure.
Put Snicket on his lap.
Because Snicket's only
Yeah,
not much room. He's just
He's only a little guy.
Just get Dax in, guys. Just get Dax in here.
Yeah, Dax, get in there.
Well, I was going to turn into an eagle or something and fly.
Oh, okay.
I believe at this level you can't turn into an eagle.
Meh.
Well, I think you're wrong. Because I took a specific thing from Druid that allowed me to increase the CR rating of what I can turn into.
CR rating doesn't matter. You can only turn into flying things at certain. Once you have a certain level, is as a druid.
Oh
I played a druid for a very long time.
no! I assumed you didn't know that I had this thing. You seem like you're far more knowledgeable about this than I am. So
You
I
can, however,
prefer.
turn into something small and fit in the boat.
No, that seems slightly undignified. But
That's not as cool.
yeah,
You could join Mo. You can.
I absolutely do not want to do that. I turn into an octopus or anything like that.
I think you're not the right level of
yeah,
swim speed.
Yeah, and the
You can't
fucking
do
boat,
swimming
Dax.
either, unfortunately.
Just
No.
pats Mo on the head. He's so mean to you.
Get in the boat, Dax.
I
want to imagine Mo looks deeply emotionally hurt.
can I turn into a snake?
Yes.
Right, turn into a snake.
You little bitch.
Mo is now safely back in my coat, nowhere near where you can get to him.
Sorry to interrupt. What level are we again?
What level?
You
Yeah.
are level 8.
Level
but,
8.
We're level 8, but
but Dax
obviously
is not a level 8 druid.
No, I'm a level 2 druid.
Okay, then yeah, that's fine.
told you.
Keep forgetting he's a multi-class.
Again, druid for a long time.
I'm going to place myself next to the boat just because there's now 4 of us in the boat, but I am in the boat.
Can he change it to something fast enough to actually run across the surface of the water?
Oh yeah, like a little, what are they called? Pond skaters.
Guys, you're ruining a moment for me.
Sorry!
Like, I want Marcia and Karen to be in the boat together so we can see the air.
No, Karen's flying.
The whole point is Carrion can't be in the boat because he has to fly.
I mean, also, unfortunately, the boat can't move because it is part of the picture. So you're just going to have, like, you get in the boat, and then you're just going to have to pretend that you're still in the boat as you move down the corridor.
Oh, no shalalala.
Shalalala.
No, never mind. Because you can fit a person in there, and Snick small, and
Yeah.
I join the weird floating drow.
Whose knee is Snicket's out?
Something.
Yeah, is Snicket sitting on Cherish's knee or Moss's?
Why do you have to ask the hard questions?
The problem is though is that he saw what happened to me and Moss.
Yeah, what? Yeah, I'm not going.
Yeah, of the 2 people in the boat, probably the worst people.
Especially after that situation we had.
Of the 3 people in the boat, one of them hasn't tried to kill Snicket recently.
Here's a snake currently,
Yeah.
which is concerning in its own way, but sure.
Druid.
I'm a druid.
So Snicket with a snake around his neck
Druish.
is trying to squeeze into a space in the boat equidistant from Moss and Cherish.
He's just like on the prowl, just like trying to be as far away from them as possible.
Who is rowing the boat?
I am.
Okay.
Cherish is getting the muscles on it.
Move down the corridor to your comfort.
I don't like how you said that, John.
Currently painting my nails, so someone's gonna have to move.
John, if you want to give me permission to move Cherish, I'm happy to.
I can
Thanks,
do
Dave.
that.
Are we going to check out the bodies that are in the water?
I feel
As we float past.
I feel we should, because we need to look. If they've got obvious,
There you go, Sean.
was it Knights of the Black Sword armor on them? You know, wow, it's just more of these arseholes.
Yeah.
But if they have not enough, that becomes a problem.
Arian and AJ, do you want to check that there's nothing like in those tunnels to the sides?
Yeah, sure.
Just
I see.
I can't see anything in this one.
You can see from this one that the scratch marks emanate from this tunnel.
But there's scratch marks on this one.
Suggesting that's where alone
Promising.
come from.
Possibly.
So is this going to go all the way down to hell or something? Like,
better not.
I can now move for a bit as my nail dries.
I've just realised I technically have control over the 4 people in the boat. I could drag everyone. Right. Nothing in there. Yeah, as Cherish is rowing along, Moss is looking over the side, trying to ascertain what
People
what
sort
the
of
people down there are wearing.
every so often a floating corpse just kind of off the bottom of the boat. Roll me an investigation check, Moss.
An investigation. 1 sec. Normal.
That many.
Their armor is. You've seen the armor of town guards, and these people are wearing armor matching that of the town guard.
Okay.
You can see them with the heraldry of Caer Dinevel.
Okay.
Their bodies have been in this water for a while.
Guys, they've been in here a long time. And I think they're town guards, see, and will kind of point to
Somewhere around a
that's-
month.
Oh.
Yeah.
long time, yeah.
A month?
A month.
Are they moving?
How long has it been since the dragon attack?
About less than a week. No, just over a week.
Then why have they been in here a month?
I'm not sure.
When was the last time we met Valum ago? Like, was that recent enough for that?
I mean,
That would have been about 3 weeks ago. 10 days ago.
Okay.
so
I'm just thinking it's just keeping a wary eye on the bodies in the water just to make sure they're not moving or anything, or they don't start moving.
So Valome wasn't in that current state at the time, I don't think.
I guess not.
Okay. Well, I guess we press forward all the same.
Not that we have much else of a choice.
Don't really want to just be sat in this water. Shall continue the shuffle.
Carrion, as you look down this corridor,
Yeah.
there aren't scratches, but you can see an 8-foot tall pillar of ice with a horned pale-skinned humanoid figure trapped inside. The pillar is wrapped in black chains.
There's a chained up pillar of ice with a horned thing in it.
Horn thing.
I mean, it look humanoid or
Humanoid.
it's some sort of humanoid, so maybe a devil, maybe a tiefling, I'm not sure without getting closer.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, so
I can't see anything.
They didn't give me anything on the map for that.
Okay.
It's there. I swear it.
Row your boat.
You can see on
Boat's
the
getting
wall
longer.
behind it a patch of brown fungus.
And they've not kept up the cleaning routine in this room because there's some fungus in here.
That's despicable.
Disgusting!
Disgusting.
Yeah, on the one hand, I really want to go in and have a look. On the other hand, I just have a horrible feeling I'm going to go in, the ice is going to explode, whatever the fuck's in there is going to attack me.
Yeah.
I know I can't talk because Well, can you in wild? You can't in wild shape, can you?
No.
But I would be happy to go to, if there's some land I can walk on or sliver on. I'd be happy to go down there.
We can get the boat closer.
Just imagine Dax as Snake slivers onto the deck of the boat and starts spilling out in his body. I'll go.
It's really easy. I, L, and L are just straight Snake.
Yeah. The apostrophe is where it gets hard.
Yeah.
Does a little head bob.
Ew, gal? What does that mean?
Okay.
Am I okay to go down there if people get me close to the land?
Yeah.
That's just the DM because I can't dare.
Assuming people get Snake Dax close enough, then
Yeah.
I feel like Moss is good enough at reading strange animal signals from Mo to be like,
throw him there.
over there.
Throw him.
Just go full on Conan movie. Just knock your arrow with him.
If you lift out an oar, could go along that, then we've not got to get quite so close in the boat.
Dax. You can see a narrow tunnel leading to the left and right out of this room.
Mm-hmm.
As you get close enough, can you roll me a religion or investigation check?
Now, would this be with the snake?
No, because they both come. They're both intelligence based, so they would be from your own stats. You keep your.
Okay. So that was religion, or what was the one? Sorry.
Investigation. You keep your mental stats when you are wild shaped, I believe, Sean, correct?
I'm pretty sure that's correct, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the big difference between polymorph and wild shape is that you keep your mental stats. Whereas when you polymorph, you become
you were clever as a pigeon. Oh.
Yeah. You can become far more like the thing rather than... Anyway, 18.
Okay. The statue, the pillar of ice is currently encasing a wooden mannequin. The humanoid figure inside is a wooden mannequin painted and dressed to resemble a very vague approximation of the archdevil Levistus.
And it's frozen in ice, wrapped in chains.
Correct.
Right. Now, what if you were there, what you would see is the snake sort of coils round. So a bit of its body goes under its chin and like strokes its chin with its snake body as it considers this. Oh. And then I'm going to have a quick...
pokes out and back in again.
Yeah, very, very intellectual snake. We'll have a look down these other tunnels here.
You can work out from this investigation of the statue that this was being used by the cultists of the Knights of the Black Sword as an effigy to, or as an altar to Levistus.
I see.
And why would it be in ice and chain?
Levistus is the archdevil frozen in ice.
And the chains?
One second.
Puro momento.
He is very much about having been locked in place.
Right. So this you could assume was like religious imagery of
Yes.
this is how he's typically portrayed. Right. Got ya. Okay.
Nothing out of the ordinary. Noted.
No. I'm gonna sliver down here.
Okay.
I'm a snake.
I'm a snake.
This room, you can see a small desk in the corner. A red rug, a narrow bed, a freestanding mirror in a wooden frame. Nothing of amazing quality, but something to make it look comfortable.
Okay. I will have a look myself in the mirror as a snake.
You are a snake.
Yeah, that's cool.
You look into the mirror and see a snake.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on a second.
I'm gonna wave with my tail.
Not check the mirror works properly.
Yeah, also just to see what it's like to see a snake waving at itself in the mirror. I will flip it up onto the desk as well and see if I can see what's written there. If there is any writing there or papers. Get out my little snake glasses, put them on.
You can see written on the desk is a white leather bound book.
Is there any writing on it? Even on the cover? Getting it open would probably be a challenge for a snake.
The spine of the book has the word avarice written on it.
And then I'll slither back the other way. Giving the statue a wide berth.
Okay, 1 second.
Max. Once for yes, twice for no, knock against something. Did you find anything? Was there danger?
Slither back along.
As soon as he comes into view, like,
Yeah.
Was there danger?
Order system, once for yes, twice for no.
Yeah.
What's the danger? No.
Did you find anything of interest?
Yeah.
Well, I assume we're hopping off here then for a sec.
Flap, flap, flap.
Bop, bop, bop.
I said flap, 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 flap.
I was here first.
I step over snake.
I'm going to point that way as best the snake can. If I say that way, I'm pointing in real life. You can't see that.
Oh my god!
This
I may have turned him into a giant boa constrictor.
He's blue, dabba dee, dabba die.
Well, I am blue.
God,
That's a snake.
pissing me off so much. I hope you do dabba die.
What the fuck? Bro, what the fuck?
Okay. Snake. Snake.
No.
Snake, you need to infiltrate Shadow Moses Island.
He's got an iPad. One of these snake eyes.
This room is empty, apart from an iron lever that protrudes from an iron plate embedded in the north wall.
I shall resist the urge to pull the mysterious lever. and go back to the group. And I'm going to transform back into that. Ooh, that's better.
Except now he's got no frame.
No, he doesn't. Where did his frame go? There we go.
That was a weird experience. First time I've done that. So there's like a weird office down there. And there's this weird statue, and I'll tell them what I think it means. And then there's a big lever through there that looks intriguing. There's a book in there, Carrion. I know you like books.
I do like a book. I'm going to go into this office thingy.
Okay.
And I'm not opening the book or touching the book. I am just looking at the book currently.
There is a small desk and a chair in front of it. And you can, as I said, you can see that this room has been decorated to be nicer than the plain stone room that it once was. But it's not been decorated in any way that suggests the person wanted them to be very comfortable.
Just adequate.
There is a marginal amount of respect shown to this person.
Cool.
On the desk is a white leather book.
It says avarice along the spine.
It says avarice along the spine.
I am going to detect magic on the book.
Okay.
I just get rid of that.
The book. There is magic to the book, but in the same way that your magic book is magical.
I'm going to just with the tip of one of my nails, just going to flip the open.
Flipping to a random page, you find a spell.
I am taking this book.
I need
Sounds like that was the only spell in there, but you know.
I need to consult a thing to find out what the spells in this book are to tell you what random spell you found.
Whilst John's looking at that, Moss is keeping an eye on the boat. Just in case it decided to try and float away or something stupid.
Oh, also burnt into the cover of the book is... Didn't tell me this on the other page, thank you very much. Is a sigil.
Cool.
Four.
You.
Sean, roll me a d10.
Oh, I'll roll a d10.
I am the evil entity you've all been looking for. What a twist.
Yeah.
I think it's I think it's the equivalent of a Waterstone Street with two sticker.
Move my notes out the way. A d10. A d10.
Yes, please.
D10.
Yes.
No.
You randomly flip to Wall of Fire.
Nice.
Ooh. I'm putting that in my notes. Am I able to flip through a bit not necessarily read it word for word and memorize the entire thing. Just flip through it to either I know what other spells are in it.
Yes.
Yeah,
The book.
Can I just stop carrying for 1 second? That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to scout some advice. The book's called Avarice, or greed, love of money and things. Is it wise to be poking through it just trying to get more stuff? Like, is this a weird curse trap thing?
I don't detect anything too awful on it.
Yeah. You're the expert in these matters, Carrion, so I'll
Cherish will poke.
I mean, if
her
it'll make
head
you happy, I can try and remove curse on it before I go any further.
I mean, if you're the one who's going to get...
Cherish is gonna poke her head through. Say, if there's any wording that you don't understand, just give me a shout and I'll translate for you.
The book is made of vellum pages, Sean.
Vellum?
That's nice. Before I read any more, I'm going to go room just to be on the safe side.
Entirely fair. On reading it, you there is a there is spell book and there is also notes that someone has been taking.
Nice.
From what you can quickly glance at the notes, the person writing it is a wizard who is with the Arcane Brotherhood has been for a little while.
Right.
She is hoping to find fame and rise to prominence by seeking a lost city in the Icewind Dale area.
It seems to be a theme.
Yeah.
You're just like Atlantis.
Yeah.
Atlantis.
You understand that the wizard's name is Avarice.
I don't know why I possibly who's going to say Atlantis.
And shortly after she arrived in Icewind Dale, she sold her soul to Levistus because that's a sensible thing to do.
Just, well, I'm in Icewind Dale now. Better sell my soul.
Do you know the guy encased in ice?
What all the cool kids are doing.
You pick up that while she doesn't trust the cultists that were here, they offer her somewhere safe and they protect her where others don't. And then one of the very last entries just mentions that it's no longer safe here and that she is leaving. And that is dated about just over a week ago. In terms of spells...
Yes.
The important bit. You have the following options to pull from this book. Burning Hands, Cone of Cold, Find Familiar.
Slow it down.
Okay.
Burning Hands.
Cone of Cold. Find Familiar.
Cone of Cold. Find Familiar.
Ice Storm.
Ooh.
Ice Storm.
Lightning Bolt.
Lightning Bolt.
Rope Trick.
Rope Trick.
Thunder Wave.
Thunder Wave.
Tongues.
Tongues.
Wall of Fire.
Wall of Fire.
Wall of Force.
Wall of Force.
You also see Detect Magic, Mage Armor, and Magic Missile.
There we go.
Detect Magic. So it's got magic.
Mage armor and magic missile.
Mage. Magic. Missile.
Flaming sphere.
Jesus Christ. Flaming
She has
sphere.
a long list of spells. Knock.
Knock.
Scorching ray.
Scorching ray.
Counterspell.
Counterspell.
Fireball.
Spell. Fire. Ball.
Fly.
Fly. Cool.
Banishment.
Banishment. John's favourite.
Fire shield.
Fire. Shield.
Oh my god.
Bigby's
great.
hand.
Bigby's hand. I love
Bigby's
it.
hand.
Bigby's hand.
And
Mm.
Rary's telepathic bond.
Who the fuck?
I just told you to spell Rary's.
Rary.
Rary's telepathic bond. Jesus. And that's is that all?
That is all, yes. There's quite a lot of...
It's a list. I will go through that at my leisure and determine what I already know and what I might be interested in trying to learn at some point.
Oops.
Thank you. Just keep to everyone else. He just picks up this book and he's like flipping through it. Like, looking for a fast.
Nice.
Well, it's got notes. It's from one of the Arcane Brotherhood of someone called Avarice, and she came to Icewind Dale to look for like a lost city. Probably the same place that what was her name again? Necromancer lady. Verlaine. Probably possibly the same one that she was looking for. I'm not sure. There might have been a few. But but then after she came here, she sold her soul to Levistus and joined this group, and kind of like just primarily just to keep herself safe while she was up here. But then her last entry was that she was no longer safe with them and that she was leaving. And then that was like about a week ago. But
Right.
this book has a lot of spells in it.
I'm curious. I want to check out the spell book as well. Just like
No.
just gonna like just kind of like whiz through, like kind of like. Would Cherish recognize the name? Like recognize anything from the book or the name? John.
You wouldn't know.
Okay.
I tuck the book away and merrily skip back over here. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me. So there was a weird lever in this other room.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? Leather?
Yes,
Lever.
Oh, lever. I
No.
thought you said leather.
a lever. A lever.
I thought you meant the TH leather.
No, the EV.
The pull
EVEL.
leather. Okay. The
The
lever.
one that we want Kronk to pull.
Right.
Can I just double check? Everybody is giving a wide berth to the statue,
Yes.
right?
I would hope so.
Yeah.
What if we said no?
I
Look,
might
it's
have to
been-
make some other rolls.
Right into the ice with a
And
link. So.
it dies. Do you want? Poke's head in here.
There is a iron lever protrudes from an iron plate in the north wall.
Out of character, I suspect I know what this does. In character, no idea.
Yeah. Oh, well, there's one way to find out.
Do you
Are you
do it,
closing
Snicket?
I'm going to move back into the corridor.
I'm waiting for someone to tell me. I'm waiting for someone to tell me not to.
I mean, I do think, we're there.
Yeah, bye.
Do think
Go ahead.
Pulls the lever.
You hear a stone grinding against stone sound.
Can I see anything move from out here?
The water ripples a little bit more than it had been. But from where you can see, you...
Can I see where the ripples are sort of emanating from direction-wise? Left or right? Right, okay. Guys, the water's shifting out here. I think to the right. Maybe where the door was.
It's time for us to move.
Moss is gonna gingerly hop back onto the boat.
Yeah, same.
Snicket is disappointed at the lack of apparent effect of putting the lever.
The door's open. Guys, the door's open.
Oh, I got out there too far.
So tempted to poke the statue on my way past by down.
which door open, sorry?
The door out here. The one to the right.
Now, are we wanting to leave?
Can we see or hear anything as to where it's going? The room doesn't seem like a particularly deep room.
You can... Dax... Dax and probably AJ, if they get back out to the entrance, can hear sort of murmuring noises from this direction.
It won't let me leave.
You think it's like a beast down there?
The other way, yeah. I know what Dax is.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Literally did not see him there. Okay.
You can hear sort of the sound of people making noises that don't want to be heard. Like,
oh, that is called whispering.
It's not whispering. It's crying.
Okay.
What do your... I'm not sure which he is here.
I'm gonna just like sort of keep myself edged against the wall. It's gonna look really weird.
There is a small passageway that heads to the north here.
Just keep myself pressed against the wall. Oh, no, don't close the door.
Close the door.
I'm sorry. I was about to say crane my neck, but I don't have a long neck anymore. Peek
I mean, you still
around.
do have a long neck.
Did do that though.
Yeah, I peek around.
I got a glimpse of some people as I flew by.
No.
I like the idea that as AJ is looking round the corner, the disguise that we can see is just looking straight at a wall.
You look around the corner, AJ, and you can see 5 humans of various ages.
Mm-hmm.
All sort of crowded around, pressing themselves up against the back of the wall. Some of the younger ones are snuffling. One of them is dressed... Most of them are dressed in sort of very simple outfits. They look like they've been down here for a while. One of them is dressed in sort of more elaborate wizard robes.
Okay. Oh, no one else is here.
No one else is here. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, like, the others aren't close. Like, I'll look to you and just, like, do the
Move
number
with me,
5.
my friends.
Do the number 5 on my hands.
That's where you going.
Well, I can't get in the boat, can I?
Yeah, you're on a boat, remember?
No, but I'm not.
With me.
No, but
Dax turned back from being a snake that allowed him to be in the boat.
Moss.
Yeah.
Well, I assume the door is not water flowing through it, or is it?
The door is water flowing through it, yes.
Oh, okay.
Is it like any like kind of loose rock or like a even possibly like a little bit of ice or something like that I could something solid I could grab quickly?
There's chunks of ice in the water.
I am going to take one of these chunks of ice, because I'm assuming it's very cold in this area.
Yes.
Anyway, I am going to do that. I'm going to just 1 minute, and I'm going to cast Tiny Serpent.
Okay.
And it's going to just this little lopsided face is going to form on the bottom of her face, and little stubby legs, little stubby arms. I'm going to say, just go down this corridor, and you don't need to hide or anything. But like, just go back, go in there, give them a little wave, and then come back.
Okay.
I turn to AJ to explain. He can't talk, but if he survives that, we know they're not necessarily hostile.
Right. Sure.
I lower my hand to the floor to let him just toddle off down the hall.
It toddles off down the
There
hallway.
it goes.
I can but peek around the corner to see if he's all right.
The person in the mage's robes has a firebolt in hand. Who are you? Who goes there?
Are you wouldn't happen to have been captured by this calling down? I'm not coming out from the corridor because I have a feeling if these are the people I suspect they are, they might not want to see me.
Oh, that's a fair point.
But you wouldn't happen to be some people that have been captured by this cult, right?
Yes. My name is Oaken.
Oaken, what was the name of the person that sent us something? Oaken?
It was Oaken.
Okay, Oaken,
Yes.
I'm going to come out from around this corner.
Okay.
I am not hostile to you. But how I look, you might not like how I look. So
Okay.
be aware. And I'm going to flap into the hall.
Oh, dear God.
And like with my hands up and everything, just like, okay, I'm friendly.
She's holding like firebolt in her hand.
Oh, shit.
I'm here with Cherish. You sent her a sending spell.
And the firebolt dissipates. Why are you dressed like
You face
that?
my fireball.
You can see around the room the other 4 humanoids, or the other. Are they all human? They are all human. Hooray! You can see an elderly. 2 elderly males, an elderly female, and a very young male human. Mid-20s male human.
Young, yeah. So
Young.
okay.
Um,
He kind of kneels down to the tiny servant and picks him back up.
the tiny servant sort of runs up onto your arm.
You did really good. You did really good.
It nods at you. Oaken, why are you dressed like that?
Like what?
Oh, you're a...
He disappeared.
Are you in disguise?
The cloaks.
Sean is disappeared.
Oh,
Sean's disappeared.
That's a Sean. And he has returned to us again.
No.
There we go. Discord had a absolute fit.
Yeah.
why are you dressed like that?
Like what?
You're not with the cult, are you?
No.
You sure?
I don't really know anything about all this. I mean, I obviously I know a bit about like infernal stuff because I can speak it and everything because I just have that because I'm a tiefling. But yeah, I
I think around this time. Oh, fucking hell, Dax. I think around this. I was gonna say around this time maybe we could try and get to you, but we gotta figure out how the fuck we're gonna get.
I was gonna say that like as she kind of approaches. Wait there a second. I'm gonna quickly poke my head out from there. Yeah, we found them. These are the people who got captured. The message ladies here.
Oh,
Go.
that's good.
Is there a way out that side?
No.
No.
Okay. John, from looking around, is there anywhere that a rope pulley can be set up? Like, are there any loops on the wall from where we started to...
Doesn't appear to be. But you could use the boat.
Yeah, it might be a few trips going back and forth.
It'll
Yeah,
take
no,
a couple
all
of
I-
trips, but
All I was thinking was a rope pulley, because then you could just pull the boat backwards and forwards, so you could have 2 people going at a time. But actually, I think I've got... How long is this corridor?
Just over 100 feet.
Between us, we've probably got enough rope, haven't we?
Probably got enough rope for that.
In which case, yeah, Moss will hop over. If we row over, Moss will hop out and do some tying of rope together. Get Cherish and Snicket to pick up Dax on the way past and go back over to the other end.
Yeah.
And then we'll pulley the boat backwards and forwards.
Yeah.
In a small amount of time, you manage to retrieve Oaken, as well as Lanthis Alderdusk, who is a 64-year-old human, but he is feisty and spry for being 64.
I'm 92, you know. Wait.
Oh, she's gone.
Elprecht Norbrav, who is an effete, tall, skeletally thin 55-year-old human, who introduces himself as the butler. And his wife, Malbara Norbrav, who is the dwarvish translator. And Desir Ravenscar, who is a 25-year-old shy dog keeper.
Well.
And I'm just gonna bring everybody over here, and then I'll retrieve Carrion and AJ from the wall.
Assuming we all go at the same time. We're all going here. We're all going.
I win.
We have a ribbon.
Nobody stand in that square.
Yeah, that's the upstairs square.
Alternatively, we stand on that square, go up to the thing where we have far more room.
Probably should do that. We're hoping nothing else changed upstairs. I will let the others go first before Moss follows. She wants to make sure they're all up safe.
Carrion will help all the people up as they come up the ladder, because it's all gripply and gripply.
Good stuff. Help, how do I leave? There we go.
Stay there forever.
Was there a fireplace in this room?
There is a brazier in this room or a fireplace in either of these two.
Okay. I assume you guys need somewhere warm-ish.
It's nice to be above ground again.
If we can get this brazier going, that should give enough heat, I think.
Oaken looks at the brazier and just fires a firebolt into it, and
we'll do it. We haven't finished clearing out this place, so stay quiet and together.
We'll stay here.
Yeah. We'd better check upstairs, I guess.
Let's go.
Let's go. Good start. Meryl. Who's Meryl? I see no Meryl.
You would pick the one set of stairs I haven't set up. Cool.
Yeah.
The only set of stairs in the room, John.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You set still the one set of stairs that aren't set up to take you to an upstairs. I'll deal with that by deleting you all.
No, why would you do that?
No. I no longer exist.
Place. I'll place you all, and I'll get rid of Brim.
Hi, Brim. Hi, Brim. Let's go to Brim.
Some of us have lost our backgrounds again.
I'll live with it for now.
Well, there's two directions. John, these white panels, are they doors?
They should be doors. They may have just been at odd and awkward angles that I couldn't door.
Yeah. So there's an arrow slit here.
Yep.
Yeah, an arrow slit here.
Is there anything else in the room of note other than the door?
No, it's unfurnished, and the wind blows through here, and it is chilly.
It'd be chilly.
I'm realizing that. I think I'm just now realizing we don't have circles on us. I feel very naked.
We mentioned this.
We've
We're
covered
living
it.
with
My brain has gone somewhere else, and that's why I said, it's probably been mentioned before, but yes.
We're living with it for now.
But I don't like it, Nathan.
But we're living with it for now.
For now.
So, door? Carrion
Well,
points it.
Yes.
There's two, isn't there? There's one there and
That's a window.
oh,
Let's
Let's go in. Almost stairs.
yes.
What if we go down these stairs? Or do you want to go straight down? The choice.
Oh, I just realised I still have my washing out. Be right back.
Not the time, Cherish.
I
Is
think-
this outdoors?
Yeah, if I'm not very mistaken, this is where we fought
overlooks the courtyard.
Oh, okay.
You can see the 4 frozen figures here. The top of the dog shed. Sian, if you can just keep Cherish along with the rest of the group, that'd be great.
Yeah.
You enter another
Like-
tower space that looks very similar to the previous one.
Ooh, another door.
This one's got a door because it's at a reasonable angle.
Yeah, and they don't be weird with where the doors are.
is that stairs going east as well?
I didn't quite catch that, Richard.
Doors, sorry, not doors. Stairs here, are they going up or down?
Down.
And is this just an arrow slit, or is it like that small passage thing that was in the one you want?
No, that's an arrow slit.
Right.
Can I listen at this door?
Yep, roll me a perception check.
I'm bringing Cherish with me for luck.
Seems to have worked well. You press
Yay.
your ear to the door, but you can't hear anything beyond it, beyond the whistling of the wind.
So does it sound like there's wind out there, or is it just the wind around generally?
It sounds like there is wind out there, but the space beyond here is enclosed. It's not straight out
Okay.
into the elements,
But it's definitely drafty.
but there is a draft.
Can't
giraffe
hear
door?
anything other than giraffes. Do we open it?
I mean, we might as well clear out the upper floors if we can.
Gonna click it. Huh. John, what am I looking at?
This opens into a gatehouse.
Oh, this is like the drop-down gate thingy.
System of wheels that raise and lower the portcullis opens the outer set of doors, and in the middle of the floor there are spaces that you could either shoot arrows down or pour alchemists' fire or other nasty things on top of people attempting to gain access to the castle, as well as a series of 5 arrow slits in the wall that would allow you to fire out onto people that are approaching your castle from in front. You can see 2 wooden cots with furs in the northeast corner of the room.
Okay. And there's a little door here.
Yep.
Which I'm gonna shuffle past and get Cherish to open.
Okay.
Anything of note?
In the middle of the room is a small rack of 20 spears.
Okay.
Resting against the back wall is an unlocked wooden chest. Hanging from hooks on the walls are 8 longbows and 8 quivers.
Looks like the armory in here. if anyone needs anything.
I'll have a look at that wooden chair.
The wooden chest at the back of the room has 6 flasks of alchemist's fire.
Ooh. I'm glad I checked.
Each of the 8 quivers has arrows in them.
Moss will pick up some arrows.
I'll pick up some arrows because I've definitely been keeping track of how many I've fired.
Good.
What marrow?
Each of the quivers holds 50 arrows.
I'm going to take as many as I can carry. I'm going to strap extra quivers to me. Onwards we shuffle. There's another door. Probably the next tower. I assume nothing's changed out in the courtyard that we can see, Drum?
Not that you can see from here.
Cool. Is everyone shuffling through?
Shuffle.
Every day I'm shuffling.
You see another tower, the same as your previous tower investigations.
We go straight. Investigations.
Investigate.
Arrow slit. Wonky door.
I want the wonky door.
Sorry, are we actually rolling investigation?
There's nothing here to find.
Okay.
In which case, I guess we continue round.
Of course. Where
Continue
else
along
can
the
we
Wonky
go?
door.
I'll speed this along a
Stand in
little
front of
bit. You can head through and you find another tower.
Ooh, tower, whoa.
You find
That's
that
not even
One tower.
the outer
Oh, there's
towers
that.
are not connected to the main castle
Oh.
in such a way that you cannot gain access to the castle from the upstairs of the towers.
But the back towers have the stairs down.
Yes. But again, from what you've seen so far, one of them has a way to get into the castle. Having been in rooms in the castle, you have not seen another way to access the towers. Only the first room that you came through from the castle into the first tower goes in and out of the towers.
Right. And where do these stairs lead to?
Down.
Down into the lower floor of the tower.
Okay.
Would you like to go back into the main grand hall and head up the stairs in there?
Yeah, I think unless it sounds like you're suggesting that, John. We're not gonna miss key details or.
If there's any other doors we've not checked on the way past, we'll stick a head in, but...
Sure.
Oh, and I'm going to try when I found this alchemist fire.
Ooh.
You head back inside and you head up the main flight of stairs in the Great Hall, and you see the two balcony levels that you had seen from below previously, all except for Cherish, who came up the stairs. You can see that this side, the balustrade has been broken as the devil sort of walked through it to get down to you. But otherwise, this is...
This is this?
This is this space, and where would you like to go from here?
Oh, there's an open door over there.
I feel like the open door would be smart to check out first.
There's something down here, or just where we've been before?
That is where you've been before,
Well.
where the fight with the devil happened.
Are we checking out mysterious open door?
Yeah.
Of course. I'm leading the charge now. There's 2 doors, one to the left, one to the right.
Come on, team, decide which way you're going.
Left.
So I like they do, like, AJ presses their ear on the door and they're like, drow ear just sort of phases through.
Yeah, it's the clipping issues. It's bizarre. You open the door and you see a large gilded mirror covering most of the east wall. An ornate carved table and chair, and a ginger cat now, because that's the picture of cat I found.
Where's the mirror, sorry?
It is on the east wall.
Oh god. AJ sees that mirror and is just like immediately goes to it.
He's going to go and pet the kitty.
Kitty.
Move in here so the kitty is accessible.
Kitty.
Brow.
Kitty, are you a good kitty? You're gonna be nice and not hurt us.
Carrion, you can see the kitty has a little collar.
Well, does the collar have a name tag? What's the name?
The name of the kitty is Touché.
Touche.
I'm going to try and pick up the kitty.
It's a turtle's name, isn't it?
The kitty sort of bats at your horns a little bit.
I hold the kitty and carry them around.
Oh. Touché. That's funny.
We have obtained a new kitty.
Don't we have enough pets?
Moss is just gonna hold Mo like in a pocket, like it's okay. Just stay hidden.
I currently have no pets because they all went with my mum.
With me mum.
They all went back with my mum. When I see my mum again, Touché can go with her.
I'm just gonna
Could we examine
over the shoulder of AJ at the mirror as well. Don't
There is
say
a
anything.
large, elaborate mirror.
I'm gonna cast Eldritch Sight on it.
It's a fancy mirror.
Nothing
It is
special.
not a
though.
magical mirror.
I turn to Touché.
It is a kitty cat.
No magic on the kitty cat.
No magic on the kitty cat.
Good. Right, no
I'm
magic,
going
guys.
to kind of look at
we
AJ looking at himself in the mirror. Does he look distraught or unhappy?
Transfixed, but also troubled. John, how long does this anger thing last for?
Till you get a rest.
Till you get a rest.
Yeah, so
And it's like
basically-
constant anger, or is it like just
It's
I can
like-
control it a bit?
At the moment, anger is the. All of your other emotions have dimmed.
I see.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Cher's. Like, she don't feel anything but sadness.
Do we see if there's anything behind the mirror? Like, is it like how it's attached to the wall?
It's a very
Like-
large mirror.
I'm going to kind of come round to in front of AJ with Touche. And you okay?
Looks at him, looks a little bit peeved.
Bottom lip wobbles a bit, but manages to stay strong.
I don't know.
Do you want to get out of this room? Do you want to?
Let me see myself.
Move out the way.
No one interrupt. AJ or Rillen will step towards the mirror, sort of place their hand on it.
Sorry.
I want to forget you so badly. I've tried so hard to pretend you're not a part of my life. Yet, of course you are. I tried running from you for so long, and here you are again. Just like the hand kind of curls into a fist, and they sort of like lean forward and lean their head against their fist on the glass. Just take a deep breath. Sorry you all have to see me look so hideous like this.
Don't look hideous.
No.
It's not even that I'm angry at Rillen anymore. I'm angry for him. Just looks at himself again. Angry that you only ever got to experience happiness once. And you were killed for it. So angry at what... I'm sad for you. And yet, I'm happy you realized that sadness is not all there is. And I'm happy that we can keep being happy. And they drop the disguise. Just takes the hand off the glass. Looks at themselves as
Forms
AJ.
ripples and
looks at the others, like, is trying to look happy, but there's like almost a little twitch in their eye where it's just like that weight sort of just really hit them in the moment, and
Jared
it's like an angry upset. Yeah.
Jared just cries. Like, it was beautiful. I'm so proud of you. I'm fed up being crying Cherish now.
Just holds Cherish by the shoulders. Thank you. I'm quite proud of myself.
I'm glad. I've had enough of crying now.
Just hugs Cherish.
It's not a nice hug, it's like aggressive hug.
No, it's not an aggressive hug.
Maybe we get out of the mirror room now. Maybe we do that.
Let's go, Cherish.
Okay.
We can have a long reflection on this later, minus the mirror. I'm not in the best of minds right now, but...
You know, like, how your eyes get really bad after, like, crying so much? Her eyes just nothing but fucking puffiness.
Thank you all for...
Yeah.
Touche is going. You don't have to keep moving the token. Just know that Touche is in carrier.
Touche is coming with you.
Touche's initiation!
Open the other door. Let's go out.
Ah, person.
A chilly draft wafts through this bedroom despite a roaring fire in the hearth. Bundled under a thick quilt and seated in a squat rocking chair in front of the fire is a venerable dwarf with a wooden peg where her right foot should be.
Oh?
Next to her on a small table is a plate of food. I've been dreading this moment, she says.
Dreading what moment? Visitors?
You getting here. Come in, come in. Don't let all the heat out.
What everyone, grandmother, who's like very concerned about the heat getting out.
She's not made of money.
On a plate next to her is a knucklehead trout topped with goat's milk that she has not touched.
On the plate next to her is a knuckle sandwich.
Nice.
I've been expecting you. Come in, all of you.
Well, look at the others like,
I'm carrying Touche.
Come on,
Are you
stick it.
expecting to say as well?
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
Let's sneak it in as well. He's having trouble with the door, apparently.
No, he'll shed on the carpet.
I'm going to bring Touche over to her because I'm going to assume this is possibly her kitty.
I know Amy said is going to shed on the carpet, but that's not what I heard.
No, that's not what I heard either. In fact, I feel like he would do that instead of shedding.
Yeah.
This is not my cat.
Oh, good.
It's, I believe it's your cat now, Carrion.
How did you know his name?
I know things.
Or maybe you overheard us in the other room.
Yes, but how do you know things?
I'm with Kadroth, with the Knights of the Black Sword. I know what my just reward is for this long life, but I glimpse the future. I know what is to come for some of you. What you're searching for.
Oh, that's ominous.
Oh, cool.
Good things.
She looks over towards Snicket and Moss.
Run.
It's such a shame you're going to die.
Your past is out there to be found. If you know where to look.
Do you know where to look? Can you?
You know where to
tell
start
me?
the search for one of your pasts. That will set you on the right course for the other.
I must say, I'm not terribly convinced you can see the future. If that's the
Your sister.
like,
And she turns to Cherish.
Oh, good.
my
I was like,
God.
everyone else saying your
I was
sex.
gonna
I
say.
was really concerned.
Oh, I was really hoping she was talking to Dax just to shut him up. He was like, oh my god.
Your sister? When's this? Yes. What about my sister?
She is trying to do the right thing. But she's fallen under a bad influence.
If you know so much, do you know where she is?
She is presently seeking that which you are also looking for, the Glacier Wall. The lost city of Ythrin.
Okay. With this so-called influence, who is this influencer? Who is this person that she's fallen under?
Dusk.
Her face just drops. I fucking know it.
I feel like we already knew that, though.
But it's a confirmation, though. Like, we suspected it, but this is fully confirmed.
Pretty sure you were blatantly told.
There hasn't been any confirmation in black and white of who it is.
Yeah.
Cool.
Once you have
Why?
started... Sorry.
Why are you telling us this?
I told you I see the future. I know what has to happen.
Has to happen for what?
I've seen this conversation. I know how it ends. I'm not happy about the ending, but I know how it ends.
yeah, our character. We would. This is a bad person if he's with this group.
Yes.
And this room that she's in, is it like a nice room?
There's a roaring fire. It's reasonably well kept. She's wrapped up warm for her advanced age.
Yeah, right. Okay. So what? No, I know you can see the future, but can you tell us what's happened in the past here? What's happened?
can. Dax. The Knights of the Black Sword took this care. We took Speaker Crannock and locked him in his room. We told the populace that he was sick and that he was not able to come and deal with things.
Was this about a month ago?
This was about a month ago.
Yeah, I thought so.
About nearly a week and a half ago, a large black dragon came and wiped out the town, and in its wake, that uncontrolled, barely controlled demon and its devils and Veniamin descended on us. What force we had left after the attack on the dragon. The Knights of the Black Sword fell. Avarice escaped with her gargoyles. She's out there somewhere. No doubt still seeking what she sought. Seeking what you all seek. They left me here because I could be useful to them. Someone who can see the future. Even if my health is failing.
Why did you take this castle in the first place?
We sought the power. We sought to expand our influence.
And the weird statue downstairs?
That is Kadroth's altar to Levistus. I think he's lost his way, but he is dead now, so... Well, very much lost his way. If you
I
have
have
any,
a question.
If you have any further questions, I would ask them quickly. And I will answer truthfully and succinctly.
Well, this is a long shot, but do you know my mother Lucinda?
Not personally.
But is she part of this? Is she fully part of this group? So, how long for?
She was. Maybe 2-3 years she was a member. Your father dealt with a demonic uprising in Icewind Dale. They fell for each other, unexpected. She left to be with him. He'd her passed away.
Can you just repeat that again? Out of character.
She left to be with your dad. Hid her past.
Oh, yeah. And he has passed.
Hid her past.
Ah. Hid.
Hid.
I see.
Any others?
No.
Please.
I might have a question, but I don't know if I want everyone here when I ask it.
Go on. Yes.
I'll step out. See if anyone else follows.
Maybe I'll have to sit down.
Ooh.
I trust Carrion to hold his own in there if he needs to. So
Will you be okay?
I'm sure I'll be fine.
Just call us if you need anything.
I'm sure if she was able to kill us, she probably would have done something while we were all bundled in a room.
Okay, because if I leave this room and you die, I'll be pissed off.
I would be too.
I'm just
Hey,
an
Moss.
elderly old dwarf.
I'm just an elderly old woman. She's like holding a minigun under her.
Narrow thing right now.
Apparently that's a very narrow corridor that doesn't make doors easy to operate.
Oh,
I'm so tempted to try and sneakily do my weird token thing so I can see and hear what happens. But I'm not. I'm going to leave.
I'm
Wow.
tempted now. I'm tempted now to try to combat the possibility of any token.
As everybody has left Carrion alone, are you still with me, Sean?
I am.
Excellent. You had a question.
Pardon?
You had a question, Carrion.
Yes. I assume you might know what I seek?
I do. A noble.
Do I get it?
There will be things that come up in your quest, in your following days, that will present you with opportunities to get things akin to what you seek. Do not trust that which lies on the surface. Dig deeper. Do not take the easy option. For no thing in this life is as easy as that which presents the quick answer. And I'm afraid I can answer no more questions.
Sorry, I'm making a note of what she said to me. Do not take the easy options. And do not take things, pretty much do not take things at face value, essentially.
Yes. She says, and I can answer no more questions, and goes quiet, and breathes her last.
Oh, welcome back.
oh heck.
Please don't die.
Oh, this silence is scary.
I will leave you, Sean, to inform the rest of the group.
Well, guys don't see it, but he's just going to go up and tuck her in a bit more, a bit tighter. He's going to close the door behind him.
Karen?
You okay?
I'm fine. She's gone though.
She's gone.
She said that she wasn't going to be happy with how our conversation with her ended because she was on death's door.
Oh.
So just like died of natural causes.
I did nothing to her, so.
Oh, I wasn't saying that. I just wanted to check. What, like, did she take her own life, or was it just?
No. She just answered my question and then just breathed, just closed her eyes and went.
Fair enough.
But yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
I just had a question.
All right. That's okay.
Did you get the answer that you were?
Well, it was
Hoping
a lot
for,
like
looking
it was a lot like your answers. Really, they were a bit mysterious and. But yeah, I've been given some information.
Okay.
So we're going in the corridor to look.
Anything relevant to the rest of us? Was it just
No,
for you?
no, it was an inquiry I have.
I think we can, leave it there, and you can, obviously it seems like things very personal, so just whether you want to tell us or not tell us, or it's fine.
Maybe soon. Look,
That is the most trusting Dax has ever been with anyone. And you can tell.
looks Carrion looks kind of nervous and a bit conflicted.
Oh boy.
But yeah, maybe soon. Maybe soon.
Okay. Well, whenever you're ready.
I mustn't engage you.
What the fuck? What the you little. I say shut the door. I can't move AJ without shutting the door.
Sad. Yours was sad.
Let's leave.
I mean, did you have anything as well? Like, I don't want to necessarily outleap the dead body, but
I just kind of tucked her in.
Yeah.
You can nick her fish. She's not going to eat dinner anymore.
no.
Rude.
Actually, I'm going to run back, open the door, run in, grab the fish, run back out, and then run back out, run into this room, and then chuck the fish out the window, and then run back out and close the door. Because don't want it being all smelly in there for her.
What if you give it to the cat?
Well, I mean, if you're worried about being smelly, there's going to be a bigger problem than fish.
Well, it's cold in there, so she might not like rot away properly. But
Also,
still,
she wasn't a good person.
but she was nice to us. She helped us.
Because she's seen the future and that's what it was.
But still.
You check out the door.
Cherish has gone downstairs.
We got one more. Oh yeah, door across the way.
I'm going to stand this side because people with better perception will already want to listen to the door.
I'll listen to the door.
Roll me a perception check.
15.
You can hear the sound of someone struggling to move.
You okay?
Yes. Who's inside?
I'm
The door?
concerned.
Have a look in. It's nothing cool.
Oh, another one.
On a bed,
Oh,
Oh.
tied to the bed,
Oh.
is a 49-year-old
God's
human
sake, I just
male.
realised.
I love how you described that, a 49-year-old.
Wearing a nightgown with a beard that has been growing for about a month.
Oh.
Who seems to currently be hard at work filling a chamber pot.
Oh,
Now, when you say Phil,
Yep.
great. That's really what I wanted to see today. Do you feel embarrassed?
Perfect timing. My heroes.
I know, we're wonderful.
alright. Who are you?
I'm Speaker Cranach Siva,
Oh.
Speaker of Caer Dinevel.
Oh, shit. Sorry, I believe we have met this guy, haven't we?
Yeah, it was
No.
at one of the meetings.
Oh, we
Oh.
haven't?
you
He
wonder
was the
what
one that didn't turn up.
Oh.
Because he was curtain yerp.
Oh,
Because
I'm
Because he
guessing...
was currently here.
Yeah. I'm guessing this is why we haven't seen you for a bit.
Yes.
Do you think maybe step out so he can finish what he's doing?
Well, he's restrained, isn't he?
Might be helpful.
Yeah. I will tactfully look away from what he's doing, but help get rid of the restraints.
Okay.
Yep, and it's just,
He gratefully
for the moment.
finishes what he's doing, rubs his wrists.
Would you like some privacy, or...?
I would like very much to leave this room. I've not left in over a week. At least when that first lot were here, they brought me downstairs to fill in paperwork from time to time.
We can certainly get you out of here.
I assume you've managed to find my servants. I know the
Plenty
cook
of
was
them.
still making meals, at least. The cultists kept me
butler.
here, saying that they would kill them if I didn't behave. Excellent.
Why would they having you fill out paperwork just so no one would realise?
So no one
Something
would
had happened,
realise there
or-
was trouble. So that the business of government was continuing. At least until it was a reasonable time for somebody else to take over.
And they tell you what their plan was?
No.
Yeah.
I only know that the leader answered to... His name was Craddock. He answered to someone called Levistus. Beyond that, they didn't tell me anything. Suppose I would be much less used to somebody rescuing me if I didn't know anything.
And what's through this next door?
The old library. You see an old library.
No. He's right. It's an old library.
There is evidence of floor-to-ceiling shelves along the walls, a draft issues from a darkened fireplace with cobwebs in it. It appears that this room was set on fire many years ago and never repaired.
Because of course.
Yeah.
That's great.
The orcs that
Sheds
took
a
this
single tear
castle.
at the loss of all the books.
Aww.
The orcs that took this castle didn't much care for reading.
I found some orcs I know some orcs who love reading.
Well, they didn't take this castle then.
So what can we do for you immediately? What do you need from us right now?
Some privacy to get dressed, and then maybe an escort to Bryn Shandar.
Okay.
Or at the very least, some privacy to get
We get-
dressed.
You want your butler?
Yes, he knows how this works.
Go on, Becky's butler.
Yeah, Moss will go.
You fetch the butler, and Elprecht.
Buttles up and proceeds to buttle some more.
Elprecht comes up the stairs and buttles, and Kranich eventually with a... It takes a good at least half hour, maybe even an hour. You can get a short rest in if you wish.
Yeah, why not?
Comes out with a now kempt beard, fine clothing, traveling clothing for like traveling in winter. Fur-lined fine clothing, and the butler and the rest of the retinue gather equipment to make the journey to Bryn Shandar together, as there seems to be very little in Caer Dinevel for them now.
Oh, there's there's nothing here. We need to go and didn't we send someone off to hide somewhere in Caer Dinevel?
The cook and the people that were in the kitchen had gone to hide in somewhere on the outskirts, and you can collect them as you leave the town.
Can we long rest before we leave? Or do they want to get going like ASAP?
They will be amenable to a long rest before you go, I suppose. If you request it, they will accept it.
Moss will request it. And just say we've been on the move for so long. We rushed here to find you. We wouldn't want to be ambushed by something having got this far.
Oaken is also very appreciative of being able to take a rest before travel, because they have also used up, they don't understand what spell slots are, but they don't have any.
No, the energy is drained from using too many spells.
Yes. So as you take a rest before we wrap up the session, is there any discussion? Is there any discussion that anybody wishes to have with anyone else in the group?
I think just not so much a big discussion, but just checking in on Carrion again to see if he's all right.
In private?
If you would like to do it in private.
We can do it in private.
Yes. So would this be during the rest? And if so, would AJ's like anger sort of subside?
We could say that this could be happening towards the end of the long rest.
All right. So AJ's a lot calmer. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. I will take you to a corner, my dear.
Oh my.
Take me.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
All right.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, there we go. I was saying, I see by private, I mean private.
Very private, yes. Yes.
But yeah. Is Karen like sat down or anything?
Yeah, you'd be kind of like maybe sat away.
Yeah.
Just maybe reading through the Avarice's book a little bit more.
Yeah, you'll see from the corner of your eye, like AJ comes over and then just sort of like slides down the wall next to you and sits.
Notices someone suddenly saying, "Look, hi."
Enjoying the book?
It's just some interesting stuff and some spells. As I said, there's some spells in it.
Good. You're so clever.
Thank you.
Are you quite all right?
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
I'm fine.
You are riddled with nerves.
Good reason.
Have I upset you?
Oh, you did, but you seem like calmer now. So
Yes. I don't know what that was. It was like frustration. A lot of it. Sorry for taking it out on you.
it's okay. I gathered it was possibly something that Valone did. I'm assuming because Cherish was crying all day.
Yeah, mayhaps. Whatever that was, I'm glad. Think I got to say things that should have been said a long time ago.
Yeah. You seemed a bit better when you said all that stuff to the mirror.
So, are you going to be okay, or is there something else?
It's just what the future lady said.
Oh no. Did she give you some weird doomed prophecy or anything? Because let me tell you, they're all...
No.
Okay, because I was about to say, if she says you're going to have like 3 children and then die in 5 years or something, they're all frauds.
No. She's I asked her some stuff about why I'm here, and she answered.
I'm guessing it's not what you wanted to hear?
No, it was pretty cryptic. So it's hard to tell if it's good or bad.
Well, Here's my advice, and you take it with a pinch of salt, considering it's me. Don't think too much about it. You're here because you're here.
If I told you I was here, would you hate me?
Just blinks. I don't see myself hating you.
Just the reason I'm here is a little bit unorthodox.
Well, you collect skulls, so I don't know what could be, more unorthodox.
Well, you see,
Huh?
the reason I'm here, I told you before that that red wizard guy that we met in the inverted tower, I wanted information out of him.
Yes.
And that's why I was so keen to help him and stuff.
All right.
The stuff I need to know is very specifically in the indicating his outfit and things, kind of the necromantic side of things.
Okay.
I'm trying to become a lich.
Do you know that blinking white guy meme?
Yeah.
It's that. Okay.
I understand if you hate me now and might want me to leave the group and might want to tell everyone, but I feel like I need to tell you because I keep hiding it, and
I'm more curious as to why.
I don't know if you realize that my mother is different from other people.
True.
I don't know what I know that some people are able to sense what kind of thing she is, but not necessarily point out exactly what she is. My mother's a lich.
And you want to be like her?
That. But also, I said before how as well that these 3 skulls I've got here are people that broke in and I managed to kill them. I was really young at the time and I was so afraid of dying. But not necessarily like I don't want to die. Oh no, I don't want to die. It was more like I wanted to see everything. I wanted to learn everything I wanted, and I realized that life's too short to know everything and see everything because the world's amazing and everything's amazing, and I don't have time to see it all. I want to see it all, and so I want more time. And my mother is the lich, and she's friendly and she's nice, and so I know there must be a way to become like that without having to do nasty or evil things to get it, and that's all I want, and that's what I've been looking for.
So, are you saying you're trying to become a lich, or you're trying to find something similar?
Something. I mean, I I've been mainly looking into lichdom because, honestly, that's what a lot of my books in my mother's library were about. Although there was nothing really on the method. Just certain bits that kind of implied it was a evil thing to do. But like I said, my mother's not. And so, I mean, if I could find something similar that would give me immortality, that'll be great.
Okay. I understand.
And so yeah, I've been and so yeah, I've been trying to do that and
Carrion, why do you think I would hate you for that?
because everyone hates people like me.
I don't think any of us could bring ourselves to hate you.
No,
If anything, I like you even more for you being so honest.
really?
Yes.
You don't hate me?
I don't hate... No, of course I don't hate you.
I've been so worried because
Hey.
I thought at first that it was just like I could, these people would just help me not, on the road and things. But then I started liking more of you, and then I started getting worried that you might hate me.
My goodness, Carrion. Do you have any
Especially-
idea?
And then because we went to that was it East Haven, and they burned the Red Wizard there, and
Oh, Carrion. I understand. I understand so much. But as you say, you are so kind to your core. Lichdom isn't going to corrupt you. I understand wanting to see so much of the world. I understand being scared of being hated. But it's you! I can't hate you! I could never hate you.
really,
Yes! Oh,
hugs you.
yeah, hugs back. Oh, you. It's all right. Hey, this is safe with me, okay?
The face buried in shoulder.
Yeah, they will like pat your back for as long as you need.
Eventually, let's go. Wipes nose on sleeve.
Well, thank you for trusting me with that.
I felt like I should, because I asked my mother, and she said that I should tell people who I trust with it, and like I said, I trust you, but I'm just afraid that you might,
Hey, I never thought I'd say this. It's very hypocritical coming from me, but it's okay to be afraid. But you've told me. And if you're still afraid, that's okay, but I don't hate you. I'm not scared of you. I'm not going to stop you. If you want to find a better way, I'll help you.
okay. And I will tell the others eventually. But it's just that I know that Moss was going. When I talked to my mother about it, Moss was going through the whole, discovering who she is thing, and Nicked, I don't know what's going on with him, and and Cherish is focused on her sister and things, and I think Dax will just kill me.
I think you'll know when the time is right.
Maybe.
And I'll be there when it is.
Okay.
Good. Now let's lie back and take a deep breath.
Do you want to pet Touche?
Oh, not going to bite me, is it?
I don't think so.
Pets with talon.
Meow.
That's so funny because Albus just came into the room.
Albus comes in the room. Are you talking to other cats behind my back?
No. Yes.
I think that ends our scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Genuinely did not expect that.
I'm going to go back over there now.
Oh my god.
Alright, who died?
Varian returns covered in blood.
Oh,
Yeah, he
no.
would.
AJ's dead. We're having roast chicken tonight.
Roast peacock, I think you'll find.
Roast peacock.
It was like, you're dying worse.
Tammy, would you like to have any discussions with anyone before we finish?
Did someone say my name?
Yes.
Yes.
John did.
Well,
hi.
at the moment, Cherish seems to be by herself.
Moss, as she comes past, would stop and check in on Cherish. Once she's sent the other people through to bottle.
I would say, would this be after the long rest wise, or?
I mean, if it's after, like, immediately after the bottling, then this is right at the start of it.
I mean, Moss would check in quickly just to see how you're doing, but then yeah, she would come back and have another conversation with you once you moved shifts. After the long rest as well, so.
Yeah. I would say after the long rest, like, you see that Cherish may look like she's no longer, like, sobbing, but she seemed to be more like her face expression hasn't really changed. It's more of, like, kind of drained, kind of solemn. Is that the best way of saying it?
Yeah.
And you can see she's like really like she's like got the Neverlight at the front, and she's like holding it by the handle. You know, like how you hold the sword when you sit down, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just like kind of sitting there, like in her deep thoughts.
Cherish, do you want to talk at all? I don't know how much I can help, but if it might help, I'm here.
I don't know what to say, honestly. It's just the reality, the whole nightmare just becoming reality for me.
Yeah. It's a lot, but we don't really know yet why she's doing what she's doing. Maybe there's a good reason. I don't know what it is.
She's doing is. Thing is, though, it's like, from what the woman said, is that my mother has not been in the cult for a very long time. Like, she left after she met my father. But, like, what's to say that she chose to come back again after we're all, like, gotten older? Like, I don't get it. I don't get why my sister has decided to come all the way out here in hoping with whatever thought she has in her mind and whatever plan she's planning. I don't know. And why is Dusk, of all people, is causing this havoc for... I don't know. Like, is this an intention of getting back at my partner? Or is there a deeper meaning to it? And I'm getting fucking tired of it, Moss. I'm having to chase around my whole fucking family.
Oh no.
And I'm getting tired of these fucking secrets.
All I can hope is that your sister has a very good reason, and that the time your mum has spent away has changed her.
She was...
But, you know, the fact that your mum did step away, maybe that means there's hope for your sister.
I don't think my sister is following the line of what my mother was, but whatever my sister is doing, Dusk is either amplifying it, or whatever my sister was doing originally, he's changed her mind. Either way, my sister's out there by herself with this person, with this archfey, without anybody there for her. And she's not been very good by herself as often. She's always been nothing but with everybody. She's never been by herself properly, as far as I'm concerned. But she's always had to rely on us a lot, despite being the older sister.
If she's even got a tiny portion of the resourcefulness and strength that you've got, then there's hope. There has to be. I don't know what will happen. I wish I could tell the future like that lady, but...
Well, that's one thing for sure. If I ever get to see that Dusk, he will feel the wrath of me. And I will not exhaust anything. I will not back down until that person is beaten to a pulp for what he's doing to my sister.
I get the sense that Dawn would be right behind you with that. I don't know for sure.
He knows for a fact that he knows that I don't need him as often, but he knows for a fact that I will do anything for my family. And I'll do exactly the same thing here with this family as well.
We'll model it through together.
Yeah.
But until we know otherwise, there's still hope. I believe that.
If anything, this is for me to be fully serious and fully in this.
It also is to make sure that we rest and keep our strength up and are ready if the trials and things that we've been through have taught me anything, it's you never really know what's next,
No.
you know. So we've got to be ready, and we've got to trust each other, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Let's go get some rest.
Yeah.
Or else I'm going to be able to sleep well, if not.
I'm glad now that it's morning that you're feeling a bit more like yourself.
I don't know what Fulham did to me, but it's giving me a fucking headache.
I'm not surprised. I'm just...
You know me, I rarely cry. Like, I don't think I've cried since I was 5. But
sometimes it's good for you, you know?
It's just,
But
it just gives me a headache.
When it's under your own volition, not forced by whatever the hell Valome was maybe shrug shoulders.
If anything, I'm gonna have to I owe an apology to Brim anyway. My reaction to him leaving wasn't exactly the best one yet, because I was under the influence of whatever Valome made me put me into. I should have given him my blessing properly and, wished him well, but not tell him to go away.
You'd understand.
What's worse is that I failed to take care of Tim. Yeah, poor guy.
Tim did well. It wasn't maybe the end that he deserved, but he did well.
He did well.
And, you can greet Brim properly when you see him next.
Yeah, of course. Kitty. Anyway, let's check on the other party.
Yeah. Hopefully AJ's feeling better too.
Surprised if he went into that moment. And we go to the party.
Yeah, to the party.
The music is crunking.
We're getting wasted!
Oh.
And
AJ's got the rave lights going.
The dancing lights.
And so as the party gathers to travel back from Caer Dinevel to Bryn Shandar, what does the group want to do after that?
Die.
I mean, that can be arranged.
I mean, this is very much like, it's not hugely important, but that still has this business with some slave-owning people to take care of.
Yeah.
Some personal things.
Yeah.
Yeah, in like a John Wick style, murder rampage. And like, I feel like that feels like very morally black and white to that. As in, like, they're bad, they're slave-owning people, and that might be a good thing of like, clear bad guys, good guys, and take care of that. But that's, that's personal business and not, saving the world or, ending curses and whatnot.
Saying that, if there's any like trade in the slaves, they might know information that we can get out of them as well. Potentially. They tend to work in circuits and things, don't they? So it might be time to go beat the crap out of some slave owners.
And I know we were talking about going to the Feywild, track down a circus.
Potentially. Moss hasn't thought too much more into it because of what's been going on currently. And she's also not entirely sure how you get to the Feywild, because each time she's travelled, she's done it accidentally. I mean, she wouldn't be against that, but I feel like there's more things here that need pressing.
We've got Dawn as well. Like, he could probably like drag our ass in the Feywild if needed. Literally, he would not be like teleporting; that he would drag our ass.
Yeah. Drag your ass by the hair.
Mm-hmm.
You got really long ass.
Indeed. Butt hairs. Beautiful, long, luscious butt hairs.
Okay, so we've got a couple of options.
Yeah. I don't know, there wasn't really anything else on our to-do list.
You've heard rumours of a laboratory that Snicket may have at one point worked in.
Was this the one that mysteriously, was it burnt down, exploded?
It did one of those things.
I feel like knowing Snicket it would be the exploding bit, but
what is Snicket called?
Snicket is the only survivor known from this facility.
More just from where Snicket seems to go, things seem to explode. I assume he's got that from somewhere.
And beyond that, there is the grand overarching going to find Ithrin.
What would be our next step there? Do we know?
Just go there. If I'm correct, it's under the... Is it the Great Glacier? Or
Under the Great Glacier.
Which we managed to crack open, or we saw it?
You have the means to crack it open.
Yeah. So we can pretty much go under there at any point. But we want to take care of some personal business beforehand.
Yeah.
Okay, Tarian's got some business needs to take care of after being told a bit of the future.
If anything, it's more likely to just finish it before we go into the main one, the final mission.
It's one of those, are you sure you wish to continue? If you continue, you can't go back and do the side quest.
Better get those side questions. Those personal questions.
Okay, so we'll work out exactly what you're going to be doing next time at some point between now and when next time occurs.
We're going to do a mass split the party.
So I've noted down in the Discords.